So let's begin our burning bowl. And to begin with, just share some of the steps so you know what to expect and how we're doing it this year. Because you may have been here other years. Who knows how we're doing it this year compared to other years, because we do shift it as time goes by. So this is a process in which we're releasing, we're letting go. We're letting go whatever it is in our lives that are constraining us. In other words, restricting, limiting us. And it's not because that thing or that person is restricting us. It's how we're holding on to it that's restricting. So part of the burning bowl is to be able to identify what needs to be released, and in ceremony, releasing it. And again, this is where your power and your intention comes. This ceremony will be as powerful as you make it for yourselves. We're holding the space for it to be all that you need and more. So, we'll go into a silence, and there I'll just lead you in to let you find what's the theme, what's the topic that you want to release. You may already know that. Okay? If you don't, just have faith that what arises for you is exactly what you need to do. Whether it seems like the same thing you've been working on 42 years, okay, or it seems small and insignificant, but this is what is arising for me. Because I love the beauty of small and insignificant, or sometimes that piece of puzzle that fits in just perfectly, that allows me to make the next step in my healing and in my transformation. So, as we get to that place where you now know you're going to write, and each one of you will get an envelope, and in that envelope is a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, but also there's a small sheet of flash paper. As you see, it's not very big, because all you need to do is write just enough on here for you to know what you're releasing. To me, I always put just one word. That's all I need, because I know what I'm releasing. So a word, a sentence. You don't have to write your wonderful life's novel. Okay? And then as we get there to that place that all of you are complete with writing on your flash paper, then we'll come up and I'll give you a little more instruction on just how we're going to burn and how we'll move through it. Okay? Any questions so far?
Yeah, on the 8.5 by 11, we get to write more.
We do. Yes. That's the second part.
Oh, it's the second part.
Yes.
Okay.
So after we burn, then we'll come back and I'll help us lead on a focus of, you can call it writing a letter to God, the God within you, or to me, I like to write it as the God in me. So you can write, what's your hopes and dreams and ambitions. You're voicing that to the God within. Or to me, it's what's the hopes and dreams and ambitions. Where are you and who are you that arises from the divine that you are. There's no right or wrong with that, but you get to choose that. But that's what we'll be writing as we come back after we've completed the first step of the burning bowl. Okay. Other comments, other questions?
Now, does everyone have an envelope?
We need to get everyone an envelope.
Okay.
Can you help me with
They're on the table.
And everyone needs to get a pen too, unless you've got a buddy that will share.
What's your number?
So where do you get the little small piece of paper?
It'll be inside the large piece of paper.
Yeah, it's a number. See in the folder bottom.
And it's like,
Cool. And I'll text you.
Okay.
I will, he'll be so sad you missed it. Please tell me you have that. I think we do have
That's 20.
Yeah, 20, okay, wonderful.
Okay, I think we
More
own envelopes, so one's yours, one's mine, one's Cameron's.
So everyone have an envelope. Did you find your flash paper, your small piece of paper in there? All right. Then I'm going to invite us, before we go into the silence,
We're gonna write on that first.
to affirm this. This says, I empty myself so I may receive the good that awaits me. I empty myself so I may receive the good that awaits me. We all join me in repeating that together. I empty myself so I may receive the good that awaits me. Because it's there. If it's waiting on you, it's there. It's present. It's here now. So I'm going to invite you again. Go internal. So close your eyes. Let you, if you're willing, that's easier for you to pull your awareness, not so much focused around with the movements and the sounds outside of you, but I can sit inside. And we'll use my breath to just bring my awareness of my body, to feel that rise and fall of my chest. And in this place, we're going to step in. We're going to step into that core of our being, that truth of who we are, the divine essence that is not just a part of us, but is us. As I sit more deeply into it, with each breath, stepping in, stepping in, stepping in, and ultimately falling into the silence. Not concerned with the noises and the movements around me, but just aware that there's a fullness within me. There's something that longs to be expressed. Standing before that is something that restricts, tries to limit. But we know it's not as big, it's not as powerful, it's not as strong. It can no way stand up to that brilliance that is within you. And in this place, ask, what is it mine? What is mine to release? What do I now say, be gone, be removed? You no longer have power over me. It may have taken place in my life, but you're not here. I am. I am here. Just keep asking the question. It's mine to release as we join in with this music. Or not. So, it will be silence. And just as you're ready, you get clear, you can write your word or write your sentence. And then stay in the silence as others continue to access, gain clarity about what is theirs to release. Is there anyone that needs more time? Good. So just so that we're a little organized, I'll invite you to come up a few at a time. Come from this side. Here. And hold your flash paper at the end. If you haven't used flash paper before, it does just put the words in. It will flash up. It won't burn you. But so you still don't want to hold on to it. And also, though, you don't want to give it a sling. You don't want to jerk your hand so hard that you throw the paper before it finishes. And if any ashes float away, we'll take care of that. You don't have to worry about the ashes. We'll address those. And if for any reason, say all the paper didn't burn and it drops on the table or on the bowl, we will gather those and make sure they burn at the end. So it's not your concern. You don't have to worry. You don't have to stop and be worried about those behind you and all the things that we do. Right? We're community, and community helps community. We're going to help take care of that. Okay? So this is mine. Do this. There we go. Let's do this affirmation before I demonstrate this.
Okay.
This is another one for us together. This is the divine is expressing as me, and the past has no power over my present moment. So let's do that together.
We love it.
Together. The divine is expressing as me, and the past has no power over my present moment. Let me get on here. These are the ones that I'm going to invite as you come up here. You can either say these to yourself or repeat these out loud, whatever you're comfortable with. This is trying to help you just confirm the awareness of what you're doing, who you are. But as I do this, I say, today I release what I no longer serves me, what no longer serves me. I let go, and I trust the unfolding of life. I trust, and in this sacred act, I am renewed.
Oh, that was a good one.
So you have an idea of what to expect. It will flash up. But I invite you, do it a few at a time to start coming forward. And as you come forward, maybe you exit through this way, okay? Just so that those coming behind you, you aren't doing head-on collisions.
Yep.
You have the voice. At least, you know. I release and I let go. I let the spirit run my life. And my arms are open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more trouble, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Where are those words set?
Is
AJ? Where are
everyone
those words
complete?
set?
Good. All right.
Karen Drucker has a song.
So now we're going to write that letter. And again, if you want to, just step into the silence again. Just come back and be aware, especially as you're writing this to or from your divine self, a divine nature within you. Allow yourself to step back in, to sit down into that truth of who you are. Just write your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions, the truth of who you are. Allow that awareness of your own beauty, your own magnificence, your own love, your own brilliance rise up so that you can add that to this letter. And I'll give you a little while to write. And as you complete your letter, you're going to seal it in your envelope and put your name and address on the outside of the envelope. Name and address. In June, we'll return these letters to you.
Free, bright and bright. I'm doing simple. I am.
We're going to take a couple more minutes. It's okay that you don't get to write 16 pages. Just be confident that you're writing exactly what you need to say and want to hear.